Or this.
It couldn't happen today, probably, you know. And
she was hoping to get a certificate in music.
I got my teaching job that way this last semester.
Really?
I have a teaching credential, but I didn't have the right credential.
She was supposed to be ROP.
It was an ROP class, which you have to be credentialed for ROP.
You know, one of these days your arm might freeze that way. Then you get in really big trouble.
He was telling us about how he's a teacher.
No, so how long did you teach there for?
3 years. They started paying me. Plus, I was working a day job. And I wrote the whole, you know, student manual on construction technology.
I wonder if it's still there.
I'm sure
they're probably
it is.
using it.
I'm sure it is.
You know, they're using it.
After somebody had told me, I went there one day and I went into the bookstore and it was my outline.
They published it?
Yeah, because the governor, I mean, it belonged to the school, really.
Yeah.
And it was, they were still using my outline. Trippy, huh?
Yeah, cool.
And I don't know, it was...
I have an article.
Of stuff like that has happened to me in my life.
I have an article, Reader's Digest. I'm going to read it when my kids are here, but it's about lucky. It's how to be lucky people. It's about lucky people. It says lucky people are not lucky people. Lucky people are the people that take an opportunity and do it. A good example is this guy had this magazine. He was doing research on lucky people.
Right.
So he had a certain group of people and another group of people. The lucky people realized that the very first page, the photo said there are 100, and the guy said, I want you to go on this magazine and count how many photos are in this magazine.
Right.
Very first photo said there are 144 pictures in this magazine. So everybody that was lucky, closed the book, knew the answer.
Mr. Reed, would you say that you're obsessed by camera?
No.
You're not?
But the people who were not prone to be lucky were counting all the photos because they weren't paying attention to the whole picture.
Right.
They were only focused on the question, how many photos are in the book?
I don't buy that. I buy fate. And I'll give you an example. I was in the military and I was going on what they call flight check. You know,
well, it's part of fate and everything.
I know, but once a year you had to go out with an instructor or a superior and they would take you on a flight. And we were going to go to Greece. So me and this guy, and he was a head instructor for the base for my, you know, my job, and I knew him pretty well, and so we went and we took off and we got to Lodges Azores, and they said, hey, one of your planes is missing. I didn't pay no attention to it, and then I had. When we get, no, actually it didn't happen that way. We were in Lodges Azores, and I met my roommate there. And I said, what are you doing here? He says, oh, I'm going to get married. My wife wants some lace. And they make really nice handmade lace there. That's all they do. So he goes, where are you going? I said, well, I'm going to Frankfurt in the morning. And he said, can we switch? He said, I got what I need. I want to go back.
Nah, because in 20 years, people are going to be praising me as a hero that I took video of.
And I said, well, I don't care. Yeah, that'd be fine. You know, I'll go ahead and take your flight into Athens. Athens was a big party place, right? So he said, okay. And then I got up 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, look, we better go out and load the plane together. because we don't know what we're going to be doing, you know, whether you're going to do it or I'm going to do it. Well, I had the head guy with me, and he goes, tell him he's, you know, do his own flight. I'm taking you on a flight check, and we need to go to all these places. So we got on the airplane in Rhine, Maine, and we were going into Athens in Greece, and when we landed there was all this hubbub going on. And they said, hey, one of your planes hit a mountain right over there.
And that was the plane you switched?
Yeah, and it exploded. Everybody got killed. They never even found a piece of the plane.
Yeah, but that is faith there. But what I'm talking about is you happen to be hooked up with the instructor. That's faith.
Right.
But the fact of it is you had the ability, when he offered you the offer to fill in, you had the ability not to say, well, no, I can't do it, or I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I can do it. You took it. It's just like I was at Calvary Chapel, and I was helping out in Sunday school. All of a sudden, the teacher didn't show up, right? And there's 2 women and me in there. I said, hey, I'll take it. Got the Bible out. I said, what's the message today? And I taught on it. We take the opportunity where some people...
There's tons of stuff.
Jump into where to go?
Yeah, next door. We walk out this exit door.
Don't know what to do when the offer is there. We take it.
Right. Well, look at me.
And that's what the article was about, being lucky. Lucky people are not lucky. They know how to take the opportunities that come in front of them and roll with them.
Well, I'm not so sure it's not destiny. That we all have a destiny.
I think it's both.
Well, you can say that, but that's like my little daughter. She says that we're all predestined. We're already from the day that before we were created to be saved or not to be saved. I believe that you had the opportunity to be the instructor, and rather than say, you know what, I can't do that, I don't know what to do.
But see, destiny people can get away with that because they go, oh, that was just destiny, and you're just finding ways around.
People.
Oh, in 20 years, they're going to have instantaneous feedback of real life. You can just click and...
Well, yeah, you can say that. Okay, so then you're kind of insinuating that maybe Barack Obama was destined to be the president from the day he was born. Well, according to Scripture, it's somewhat true in that fact, but I think God gives us a free will to make bad decisions or decisions to deviate.
No, they don't.
What did you say?
This is what I believe. I believe that there's many paths that we can choose from, and God knows all of them, and He knows the end result of all of them, and He enjoys watching us and helping us through whatever paths we take. That's what I believe.
Right, but I believe that
I don't believe
your ability
so robotic.
to negotiate through life
I think he even
has been a
enjoys
gift that you have in you. Just like my daughter here, she's had a gift to be able to go to Los Angeles, probably one of the toughest school districts in the nation, and take control of these children and actually teach some of them where they're appreciative of what she did for them.
Right.
Where some of the teachers she subbed for, man, they just like had nervous breakdowns.
And that's why she was able to sub so much.
You know, but
yeah, they couldn't
she's
handle
tough. Yeah.
You could
and
tell.
that's why she goes repelling and so forth.
No, I like her.
It's something.
No, I mean,
this is a special clan here.
She's asleep. She's like all
she ain't
totally.
sleeping.
Yes, she is. Her mouth is
I
open.
don't know. She
She's
looks
totally
asleep. She looks asleep. I gotta go finish the garage.
Look at her.
It'll go right back in time. See, they'll have time video. You'll be able to